On this episode of Behind a Sign Podcast, Wholesale Digital Printing and Furries, sponsored by France Lighting Solutions. Hello and welcome to another Behind a Sign podcast. And today I'm joined with John Scheurer, one of my favorite people in the industry. First time we met, you were with Baby Brehoff, as he's called.
Baby Bree.
Yeah, Baby
Yes, Baby Bree.
And we had a really good time.
Was that ISA?
It was.
It was ISA.
Oh gosh, 3 years.
Atlanta?
Yeah, it was Atlanta.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you remember the furry convention that was there?
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah, that was.
I actually called her. I was like, "What is?" Because she's in the anime, right?
Sure.
So if you guys don't know, my daughter's off screen. She's helping with this stuff. She's in the anime. Hi. She's in the anime, and I called her and I said, "Okay, I know you're in anime. Can you explain something?" I sent you a picture. Remember? I said, "Can you explain this to me?" You're like, "Oh my gosh, Dad, those are furries." And that's fine, but there's a dark side to them. I'm paraphrasing, but she basically said there's a dark side. So just be careful. They're fun.
Yeah.
You know.
But don't get in a corner with them.
Yeah, but don't get in an elevator like I did, and then ask him a question of what are you guys up to?
Right. Yeah. We're up to a lot.
Yeah. No, it was like an invitation.
Yes.
I don't know if I ever told you or not.
That.
I was invited. And they had an extra bear suit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But,
Baby bear.
there it is.
Baby bear.
There it is.
That's perfect.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So yeah, I think yeah, that was a weird trip.
Oh,
ISA is a great event, but
oh yeah,
we gotta watch our furry conventions along with it. It's just that was too much. So
I think we should combine them.
That would be a good trade.
That could be interesting.
Yeah,
that could be a very fun.
You really don't know who you're talking to.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Furries are incredibly influenced.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
The voice off camera said furries are incredibly influent, right? Yeah, there you go. So
Perfect.
It's awesome. We're going to have a lot of fun on this. We're going to talk a little bit about, how we met, but really, there's a lot of you younger folks coming up into the industry. You have a leadership role at TSSA, right? You're on the board.
Yes. And believe it or not, I'm actually young.
You are young.
It's a lot of city miles on this body.
Yeah,
but I am
no.
physically, like, numbers-wise, young.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You're sign young.
Yeah. Yes.
It's kind of like sign hot.
Yeah. I'm still probably a 3.
Oh, I'm definitely a -2.
Yeah, right.
No doubt about it. Absolutely.
That's
correct.
why we're 2 tons of fun.
We are 2 tons of fun.
Yes.
Absolutely. Just hang around with us. You'll
Exactly.
find out. Absolutely. So, you're doing some great stuff, and you're really working along with some fun people, again, in your age bracket, and y'all are starting to innovate, find, you take the foundation of what all these great companies built, right? This is a great industry with great people, innovators, one of the few places that craftsmen and artisans can make a living, right? And here we are to support them, and we'll get into a little bit about what you do in a minute.
Sure.
And we're here to support them, but we've seen it shift so much, and you're coming in during that shift. I've lived through it, and it's kind of an interesting take that you have versus what I see, and that's why I want to talk a little bit about, especially being in the wholesale business, right?
Yeah.
And how much that has changed, how much is continuing to change, and what you guys are doing to adapt to it. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, all right?
Definitely.
But first, how did you end up in the sign industry, dude? I never did ask you that.
Yeah, that's a weird one. It was way before OnlyFans.
Good. That's good to know.
But yeah, no. So I was fortunate when
I'm still a subscriber, by the way.
Yeah, perfect. It's $4.99 a month. It's mountainman.com/OnlyFans. Anyway,
It's not.
No, it's not. It's not that. That's not a real thing.
It will be soon.
So when I was in high school, I decided to start tinting windows of cars.
Oh, really?
I was in the car scene.
Sure.
I was that guy. And kind of a DIY family. My dad was a blue-collar worker. He's retired now. My mom was in mortgages and things like that and all that stuff. And so when I started tinting windows, I realized I'm not really built to be in the back of a Honda Pilot putting window tint on, right?
No.
So I had a fleet of landscaping companies that were coming through getting their windows tinted, and they asked me if I could do lettering, vinyl lettering on their vehicles.
Sure.
So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Thank
You know,
you.
I'm 18, 19 years old, just started going to college, that whole thing.
Why not?
Started growing, started doing digital printing. And then I realized, well, where's the kind of work that I like? It's
yeah.
project management. It's making sure, I sold a lot of channel letter signs and did a lot of stuff like that. We were outsourcing, that kind of stuff. And
Nice.
I realized that having a 1 and 2 man shop was kind of my niche. And, we sold a lot and just, ran hard for years. And I used the company that I work with now as an outsourcing partner to do all my digital printing.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, that makes sense.
the owner of our company and I became close. And then one day I was coming through his shop. And I was like, man, I'm ready for a change in my life. I was doing it at that time for almost 10 years.
Oh, wow.
And on my own. And then, it turned into let's start talking.
Yeah.
Right. And then I got into a part of the business and the industry that I absolutely love. It's way better to be in my head where I'm at now versus a retail sign shop. It just,
Right.
kind of ran its course.
Yep, I get it.
So
I do get that.
yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Then Mountain Man was born.
Then Mountain Man was born
Yeah.
out of necessity.
Right.
Isn't the tagline "Get your feet set"?
Get your feet set. Mountain Man's around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know. I'm just, who knows?
As you can tell, John and I have a lot of fun together.
Yes.
Again, I say it a lot, but he is definitely one of my favorite people because not only is he fun, he's super intelligent. And I'm not just saying that. You are. You're intelligent. You're good with people. You understand what needs to happen when, and you got that high EIQ, right?
Right.
Where it's more about the individual. It's more about sensing what the needs are. And what's really interesting is Payler is who you work for now, correct?
Yep.
And growing like crazy. I mean, let's talk a little bit about Payler and what you guys are seeing wholesale versus traditional sign companies. Like, for instance, I had a sign shop too, and I took my course, and then I developed health issues and just a string of events that got me to where I'm at now and doing what I do, which I love, by the way. This side of the business is really fun because I can act more as a mentor, I can act more as a consultant, I can act more as a confidant to help them grow their companies.
Education is cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
That part is really fun for me.
Definitely.
And then work with great companies like Excelart in France and some of the others, Base of Paint, all them to really get them to connect with the end consumer on the level in which they produce signs.
Right.
That's a big need. But
Yep.
what I'm noticing, okay, and I want to throw this out here because I like to get to the nitty gritty of some real stuff.
Yeah.
So I only ask people that will be honest onto the show.
Sure.
Man, is there not a huge shift towards more of a broker mentality where they can install it,
Yeah.
they can do that kind of stuff, but they don't fab hardly anything anymore. And you guys are doing like most of it. I mean,
Yeah.
what are you seeing, I should say, on your side?
No, I think you're really, really accurate with that assessment because we've seen a shift in the last 2 years that has been, I don't want equipment. I don't want the employment. I'm having a hard time finding employment. It's really since COVID. Honestly,
yeah.
I hate to say the C word.
No, it's true.
But COVID, it was one of those things that just shifted the way that we think.
Yeah.
And people are wanting to work more remotely. They're wanting to
Yeah.
run their businesses
Absolutely.
and enjoy their family time. And
Huge shift.
yeah, and this whole work-life balance was created during the time.
Well, it was exposed.
It was exposed, yeah. Because
yeah.
everybody loves their family,
Right.
hopefully. No offense if you don't love your family, but, whatever. It's one of those things where, people want their time. And how do you get your time? Well, I find, teammates and partners in the industry to go ahead and start outsourcing to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? And we luckily are in a position where we can provide a really high volume of work out to the whole nation.
Right.
Because we service the whole nation with FlexFace and banner and rigids and all kinds of crazy printed things that that makes them money and helps
Absolutely.
them grow.
Oh, for sure.
So-
For sure. And you work very well with other people like Excelart and like SignComp.
Yeah.
And you guys do such a good job at working with them to understand their systems and then, what FlexFace is going to go best with them.
Right.
That's
right.
part of what you do, correct?
Yeah, they're allies.
Yeah,
They're allies. So
absolutely.
we meet with everybody. We want to
Right.
be friends with everybody because we may know somebody that we can connect them. We want them to connect
Yeah.
us. It's really a partnership within, distribution and manufacturing, but then we can all kind of attack the same market.
Right.
Right? And then
Yeah.
we can all be successful. It's it's an uplift for everybody.
Well, right.
Right.
Rising tides lifts all boats, right? That's the
Yep.
saying. And it really is true. And that's one of the things I love about the industry. I've left 3 years, but I always come back. I always jokingly say the sign mafia always brings me back.
Always.
And once you're in 5 years, you're in.
Yep.
You're not getting out. But I come back because I love it. and I'm not leaving again. I guarantee that,
Right.
unless you guys kick me out, which is always a possibility.
It just depends.
Yeah, it just depends. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you don't want to talk too much about the mafia, you know.
Yeah,
'cause it's kind of a don't ask, don't tell.
We are Catholic, and my brother was priest, so we know people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we know
Perfect.
people. Yeah, absolutely. But
Father, brother, bear.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, father, brother, bear. There you have
There it
it.
is.
I like that.
So,
With all the shifts, how does someone wants to get in the sign industry not only utilize wholesaling, but truly treats them like a partner? Because I think, isn't that a little bit of the struggle? Sometimes they treat you like just a vendor, and I just need a cheaper price, instead of going, this is the application. I mean,
Right.
talk me through that. What does that look like?
yeah, we approach it a little bit differently.
Okay.
And I coach the team, and they coach me at times because we all work together side by side, and it's a situation we want to put the time in and kind of build that relationship with the customer.
Okay.
They're not a number. Like
Right.
they have a client ID number in our system, of course.
Well, yeah.
But we do know what's coming through the pipeline, right? We know what customers are ordering, and we're getting familiar with it. We're reaching out, asking questions. You know, when I see a banner order that comes in and it's 10 feet tall by 20 feet long, and it's welded edges and grommets around I know that big of a banner is not going to work. So I'm going to pick the phone up and say, hey, XYZ, whoever, like, hey, what are you using this for? What's going on? As you do that 2 or 3 times and you start kind of interjecting yourself into their day-to-day, they're going to start to say, well, they always have a good answer. They always have like a good outlook for me.
They're going to trust you.
Right. So we're building trust, and we're doing it in a way that we're comfortable doing that. We're not, it's
not forced.
exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Okay,
Yeah. Trying to say it.
Yeah,
but you saved me.
Well, no problem.
Yes.
Well, the only thing I'm concerned about at this point is XYZ is not going to list well in a phone book or online.
No, no,
that
terrible.
sign company, horrible
Last
name,
name
for a sign
ever.
shop. Do not ever do that.
Two Tons of Fun has a number in the beginning. You're at the
That's-
beginning of the phone book.
Absolutely.
By the way, a phone book is something that all businesses used to be listed in, and it was 17,000 pages.
Yes. That's what I
And-
sat on to drive when I was younger.
Yep, he's sitting on 2 now.
Yep.
And no, that's a thing. Now it's called Google.
Yeah, no, it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what you're just saying is dated,
Dated.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, how was it like taking sign orders back in the day with
dude.
without a cell phone?
I remember
How do you do a site survey without a phone?
you have a rule of quarters. I'm not kidding you. And a pager.
Oh yeah, I had a pager.
Oh, yeah. Remember the ones that were the text pagers?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was innovative.
Here's the thing. That's what I started with.
Oh, see, I got
Yeah.
to that point.
I had it for 6 months. Lost it twice. They got me a cell phone.
I had a bag phone. If
Ugh.
that tells you. Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
It was a bag
Did you have the
phone.
antenna on the window and everything?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
My dad had one of those. I was like, what are you going to run to the car
Well,
and have a private conversation?
I am your father.
Oh, jeez. My mother must have been tall.
Huge. Massive.
Whoa.
Sasquatch.
Whoa.
Sasquatch,
Whoa.
as a matter of fact.
Whoa, 2 Tons of Fun's offended. Jeez.
Damn.
Your mother was a huge lady.
That's right. Yeah. Your mama got a mouth in the back of the neck. She chew like this.
Oh, jeez. All right, we're going down
All
a
right.
path that, yeah.
Sorry, we might have to edit that out.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to. So, anyways,
No edits.
that's the other great thing about our industry. We're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we actually like each other.
Yes.
I mean, even
Yes.
when we don't always get along, we like each other.
So right now we're currently in Tulsa. We're at Tri-State Sign Association, right?
Yeah.
And we just
Awesome
had our
event.
expo.
Great event.
Could not believe how the turnout with
Yeah.
changing venues this year.
Exactly.
Being on the
Yeah.
board, obviously, we were worried. We didn't know all these things. First time in 14 years that we've ever
14.
gone. First time we've ever gone to a new venue. Wow. Right.
That's a long time.
So, I kind of lost my train of thought where we were going.
That's
with it.
okay. No, just the fact that we like each other and all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know exactly what I was going to say. I have 2 major competitors at this show, and I had some of the best conversations with them at this show
Yep.
because I think our approach is different. Because everybody was always so quiet and wanted to, I don't want to share any
Type
information.
the best, right?
Yeah. Oh, I can't tell them that I'm using latex inks. Like, nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
Right.
Right. So when you start to treat them like humans, which they are,
Right.
oddly enough,
Exactly.
then we can start having some real conversation. And I talked to 2 competitors, and we were kind of going through. One of them we're an ally with right now, trying to figure out some answers on some flex face material that's coming new to the market.
See, that's what makes it special.
Yeah.
Because in the end user wins.
Right.
The end user wins when we do that.
And there's so much work out here for everybody.
Yeah.
As long as you're an honest company, I think you should have a seat at the table.
Absolutely. And I did the exact same thing. Had a great conversation last night with a main competitor of one of the companies I rep, and we don't have a good RGB module. They do.
Right.
So I was telling them about a project. So look, I got a lead for you if you want it. Oh yeah, I want it.
Right.
And they said, and here's how it works. We want you to stay involved, and we like to use your power system.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like
that's the way it's supposed to be.
10 years ago, never would have happened.
No.
Never would have happened.
But I think you're right. I think the C word, I think COVID woke people up and readjusted what really mattered in life.
I agree.
And what really matters are the relationships. What really matters is helping the people that we serve, the end users.
And communicating with them.
Yeah. And
they want to know what's going on.
Exactly. And community as a whole.
Yep.
Actually, I think that, I've been in it 32 plus years. This is my 32nd actually. And I think that in those years, it was like that. We got away from it, and it's like a return. But now it's a return using latest technologies.
Yeah, now we have AI and all these things.
Yeah, we have all this crazy stuff, and the discussion around AI right now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, are you guys? That's a great segue to that. What are you guys even looking at it? Are you curious about it? I mean,
we're super curious about it.
Sure.
I think it's early stage. We're trying to automate and make things as smooth running as possible. Like if I could generate an AI bot that would set up customers' artwork files and just automatically just have them ready to go to print, so we can get that stuff on the printers faster.
Right.
That would be awesome. And so we could actually have our pre-press team deal with other parts of our business, right?
Yeah.
That aren't just the redundant. Now I know there's things in Onyx and things like hot folders and stuff like that you can do that, but you wouldn't believe you would actually believe working in wholesale manufacturing or anything like that. Like what we receive from customers is not consistent.
A sketch from a hat.
Yeah, that's like asking 100 people what's your favorite car and expecting them all to say the same one.
Exactly right.
It's not going to happen.
It's not.
Right.
No.
So, but yeah, we are definitely interested in AI. We'd love to. The thing with it is that we don't want to ruin the experience with the customer. So, okay, AI bot to answer the phone. Great.
Yeah.
But that person's not real.
No.
And if we're shifting to relationships.
That's it. I think AI put in the proper context.
Correct.
AI should enhance the customer touch. It shouldn't take away from it or replace it.
Right.
So if you put AI in the proper context, I think that's where we're going to go.
Yeah.
And I keep having this discussion. I think there's a pretty consensus on that. Is we cannot replace the personal touch.
Agreed.
If anything, we have to magnify that and take the mundane tasks that keep us from having the personal touch. Right.
Correct.
I mean, sales reps doing their sales reports for them. Can you imagine that?
Oh, I'd love that.
That'd be killer.
Can I buy it now?
Yeah, right.
That would be awesome.
Okay, $100 a month, done.
Easy, because it saves me. Just sales reports. I spend 4 hours or probably a week. Doing sales reports, and that's done after my kids go to bed.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting on my couch.
Absolutely.
Having a whiskey.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
just one?
No. 7.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, somebody had to put them kids to sleep. That's a lot of work.
I thought you used the whiskey to put them to sleep.
No. Well, my daughter, when she was teething, I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely, her too.
I did the cocaine rub of whiskey on her teeth. Yeah, it
absolutely.
was. Yeah, I had to. She wouldn't. I mean, she woke up like 3 days later, but it was fine.
Well, that was fine.
Yeah.
That's all right. There's
I
no
gave her the good
permanent
stuff.
damage, right?
She still doesn't speak. I don't know. I'm just joking. No, I'm joking. No, there's no damage. I'm not a terrible father. Yeah. My wife would kill me. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's kind of tonic.
She doesn't know. Yeah. Her eye color changed. We don't know. She's a different baby.
Her first word was Jack. Second was Daniels.
Daniels. And it was a 2-syllable word. That's big.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Is Daniels 2 syllables?
Only if you're drunk.
Oh, 3.
It's 3.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's 3.
Oh.
Yeah. Our communications major.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you.
Off camera here.
Yes.
So if you were to change anything, well, you know what? Let's back up. With all the shifts and everything that's going on, what do you think is the next frontier when it comes to wholesale print? I mean, we're talking about AI.
Yeah.
We're talking about some other things. But where do you think it's going? Because man, the materials, It's
Yeah.
amazing the ink sets now. I remember when UV first came out and it just sat on top too much, and you'd stretch it and it would crack.
Yep.
Right? It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And now it's so flexible. Now it's really good for backlit a lot of the times.
Yep.
Latex has come a long
Oh
way.
my God, we're on 4th generation latex. We're current latex 4th generation in
Yeah.
our shop. We stayed up to date. So our owner, their husband and wife.
Oh, that's cool.
And
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Kurt, the husband, Becky, the owner, great people. Kurt used to work in signs for a long period of time. And the reason why he got into wholesale was because he was dealing with a company he was working with that was, why'd you sell that at that price to that customer? They're a wholesale customer. No, they're a retail customer. So it drove him to have this dream of saying, I want to help people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So which made it easy to come work for him because they're sitting here doing things that are wholesome, right?
Right. And he was helping you.
Oh yeah.
So you got to experience it firsthand.
Oh yeah, they were great. So they started in their home.
Okay.
They had a garage. They air conditioned, set it up, 8-foot printer, big table, all that stuff. That was his first printer. It was an old Mamaki solvent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
This is starting days. This is like he still has a full-time job and doing
Wasn't
this,
that
right?
JVC3 or something like that?
JV3 or something like that.
Yeah.
JVC, something like that.
Yeah.
I had 2 of them at one time, but
Did you?
Yeah, JV3 and JV33, something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I remember going to their old home and picking up banners, and they would do all kinds of good stuff. It was
awesome.
so. I mean, it's just one of those things that latex has kind of changed the mold of what exactly is capable on material now.
Sure.
Now you're limited on your materials a lot of times because it has to be heat. It has to be cured by heat, right?
That's true.
So
Yeah.
not everything can go through like a UV printer because that's just light, right?
Yeah.
But like you said, you still have the cracking, things like that, and there's different applications for things. And we do a lot of wrap printing and stuff like that. So we have a lot of big latex equipment.
Gotcha.
And then all of our flatbeds are UV.
Now and you do like flex faces and stuff
Oh,
like that
yeah,
on
yeah.
UV, isn't it?
No, actually,
Really?
that's all latex.
Really?
Yeah, so we do
See,
3.
educate me because I've been out for a little bit, right? And
Yeah.
I'm more on the electrical side. I don't do much of digital anymore. I mean, I remember I1. I used to write my own profiles and all that stuff, but it's been a minute.
Yeah,
So educate me on that.
So up to 3 meter, we're latex.
Okay.
Right. So and then once you get to 5 meter, it's UV because
Okay.
HP or any of those guys don't make a big production machine 5 meter.
Yeah.
So I would say it really depends on the work because if it's over 10 feet, we got to go to the 5 meter.
Okay.
Right. So we do a mixture of both, but it's all color by color on the first surface of the face itself. And then depending on the material that you're running, if it's, Panagraphics 3, FS1, whatever, we'll put a cast lamp on it so it gets the warranty from 3M. And because we're certified for that, we're G7 certified, so color and all that stuff.
Awesome.
We do all those things and track all that information. But latex has really been helpful to try to dial things in. But I kind of segue off about, Kurt and Becky. Kurt was a pressman for so long.
Oh, he
right.
was.
So yeah, that's what he did. Like he was running the shop, pressman in a retail shop that was also selling wholesale.
Okay.
And then so when he did it, like printer technology was like his thing. He knows so much about it. Like I know nothing. He knows more than me times 10 on this. So he'd probably be a good one to have if you ever do a color
that'd be
management.
fun.
But
yeah.
anyway, so that's why we stay up to date on our equipment. We want to make sure that we're putting the right equipment on our floor that's not going to break down. We're not trying to hunt down parts. We're not trying to all this stuff because the moment we go down,
oh yeah, everyone else goes down.
it's not just our jobs that are affected.
Yeah.
It's our customer's job.
Right.
And then it's their customer because let's say it's ice cream shop and they need this thing for their opening. Well, I just messed up their opening. I just ruined a relationship for my customer.
Yeah.
And I also lost a sale.
Right.
I just killed 3 businesses on $1. I didn't kill them; they're not like under,
Yeah,
but you know what I'm
still,
saying.
no, I get it. No,
So
it could be a catastrophe for someone's doing a grand opening
Yeah.
to not have that done in time.
right.
I mean,
right.
it could really make or break a company's bottom line in the first, 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, it really can. It really can.
Yeah.
So I say all of that long-winded to say that the frontier, like the new frontier on equipment, is going to be speed, like stepping up speed. It's drying instantly coming off the equipment. So they can do 2 things. They can speed it up, make it go faster, which like EFI is doing a great job at that.
Yeah,
with a lot of their UV stuff. But then the durability of it, making it last longer.
Sure.
That's a big thing too.
Formulations.
So, yeah.
Ink formulations.
Yeah,
things
exactly.
like that.
But we don't want it to last too long.
Yeah.
Because Things change. And
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't, they don't make refrigerators that last 20 years.
Absolutely not.
You know?
No, I do quite a bit in programs right now, and they rotate about every 3 to 5 years.
Right.
So it's like, it's just like France was like, how do we do our warranties? And we started doing a study and figuring out when people change their signs. 5 years is pretty normal, and 7 is like the max.
Right.
So every 7 years, you're supposed to be updating anyways.
Right. And then anybody who's outside of that, it's such a small portion that it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite are the ones that went 10-year warranties on stuff, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Can I have a forever warranty?
Yeah, forever.
Sure.
Forever, never. Yeah.
Sure. No problem.
Well.
We'll give it to you. Yeah. That's fine.
And when you're out of business in 3 years, we
Won't worry about it.
We're
Yeah.
good. We're good to go.
Exactly.
And you'll find them on OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah.
absolutely.
What was my page? Mountainman.com
Yeah.
/OnlyFans. Yeah. So.
Oh, man. No, I think you're very astute. I think that's true. Some of the other people I've been talking to, I think one of the things, because I talk to people about Payler and some of the people I want to have on. It's one thing to know you. It's one thing to hear the perception of you, right? And sometimes they match really well. Sometimes they don't.
Oh, man.
You're right?
Hope you haven't heard anything terrible.
Actually, what I hear is that your guys' uptime in being able to print and meet demand is really high.
That it's
really high. It's good.
Oh, it's good. I think it's like it's taking forever.
No. When I mean uptime, I mean it's your stuff's never broken down.
Oh,
You're always able to
uptime on
produce
equipment.
it.
Yeah.
You got your guys' uptime. Is that true?
So So what we do, we send our guys to get certified with the printing manufacturer. So let's say let's say we have HP equipment, which we do. We have HP equipment on our floor. We send them to HP to say, okay, our big important equipment that's not a huge redundancy throughout the shop, we need to make sure that we can get parts tomorrow by 10:30 and we can get that thing repaired. And if we can't repair it because we're not certified to work on that part of the machine or whatever, we need a tech there within 24 hours.
Gotcha.
Right. So, the world happens, things happen, things break.
Yeah.
Your car needs an oil change, maintenance. But we have a weekly maintenance schedule. I mean, like I said, Kurt's from the print world. He is a pressman at heart, and we profile our machines 4 times a year. We live in Missouri.
Wow.
There's humidity and snow in the same week, right?
It's true.
And then all of a sudden it's a tsunami. So we profile 4 times a year.
Missouri.
I know. It's a crazy place.
I'll tell you what, the world's ending. It's coming.
Every day.
Rapture.
Yeah, Rapture.
Print it up. Print it
Perfect.
up right now.
Perfect.
We need banners all
That's
over.
the second Catholic reference, by the way. Father, Brother Bear would be very proud. And so we do these things to make sure that we're up all the time for them. So we need that, you need that banner. You need that banner in 2 days.
Or that flex
no
face.
problem. Or the flex face or your 1,000 Coro signs or whatever it is. Like we have to make sure it's up and running. So we do all that stuff, and they do a great maintenance schedule, and we go through it all. It really, they've done a great job kind of shifting with the times and fitting in this slot that we're in to make sure that we're taking care of our customers. So
that's pretty
I know I'm just talking all the good things.
No, it's and that's what I was going to segue to. I mean, we've been talking about all this. You guys have a great reputation. What do you think is your biggest challenges?
Sure.
I think that's something that we aren't honest with ourselves. Just like I've got a ton of challenges. Yeah. Not just mentally. So. But.
Right. I get you.
But I do.
I don't even think I can read.
Really?
No, I'm just joking. I can read.
As long as I hope you proofread your next print job.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that. Yeah. I don't do that. Yeah.
We have people for that.
Yeah.
We have bots for that.
Pre-press does that. They're great. Yeah. Yeah. No, I would say that's a really good question. We've actually really, as a leadership team, as our executive team, we've really been working on, okay, what's the top 2 things we can do?
Yeah.
What can we do better? What are we doing great? What can we do better? Right?
Yeah.
In my sales department, our thing is we need more help. We need more people that can do those custom quotes, because not everything can be automatic on through a system. It doesn't matter how robust your system is. There's going to be that oddball. I need, 40 feet of rope sewn into a banner with 6-inch grommets and D-rings and whatever, wind slits. And
can the rope be made out of hemp?
And can it be made of hemp because it's going to California?
Exactly.
And, all these things like the banner.
Well, not just that, but like you said, not to interrupt you, but you said something earlier that this is pertinent is, what, if this comes over, it doesn't look right, I have to stop it.
Correct.
Because if it goes to press and it's printed wrong or it's not fabricated right for hanging or installation, we got issues.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So all fits in that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we're definitely trying to increase our communication to our customer.
Yeah,
They don't ever need to.
that's good.
I know there's always going to be a percentage of it's not going to happen, right?
Right.
Nothing can be 100%, but
No.
if
No
we
way.
could be 99% or 98% of the time, a customer knows about a problem at the right time before it's it was supposed to ship yesterday
Before it's a real
situation.
problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we're trying to figure out within our system, how to communicate with our customers so they're not left in the dark.
Right.
There's only so many hours in a day, and we want to make sure that we're doing what we can. You're dealing with your priority list of the day. Well, telling a customer that something's not shipping when
Yeah.
it should, that's a high priority.
Yeah, it is.
Right? So, and we've learned that. So that's something we've improved upon, but you can always work on communication.
Oh,
we
sure.
preach it. We work on it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like going to the gym.
Yeah.
You're never, well, not that I'm familiar with it
No,
at all.
me either.
But
I haven't seen it inside of a gym for 40 years.
Yeah, I
And
think
I'm 53.
Yeah, wow. That's a long time.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I would say that is a big thing. And then obviously just, having more capabilities for our customers. I think, increasing some of our equipment volumes and things like that.
Yeah.
I think we could definitely jump into some more equipment to meet with demand.
Gotcha.
Because we're looking at 7 months out of 12 are big months.
Wow.
Like that's 7 out of 12 are like, that's our rush season, right? It's usually April through, October.
Wow.
Yeah. So that kind of range. So we're trying to make sure that we're spending our dollars wisely, making sure we have, and sometimes that takes time, and that maybe that's not a negative, but it can be perceived as one.
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I do. I do
But
know what you're saying.
we're just trying to do our best.
Absolutely.
So
So service-wise, large format digital printing, all kinds of substrates, from
Yep.
backlit to frontlit, right?
Yep.
Doesn't
Wraps, vinyls, any vinyl you can print on. Any rigid substrate that's direct printable, like your ACMs and acrylics and PVC, foam board, ultra board,
Sure.
all that stuff. That's
All
all
that
this
stuff.
stuff, and we stock all of that, right?
matter. Gotcha.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I really appreciate you coming on.
definitely.
I would like to wrap up with a crazy question.
Oh, geez.
Here we go. If you're stranded on a desert island, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna
Yeah, no, you can do that.
No.
We know the funniest.
If you were an animal, what would you be?
That is a weird one, because I don't know. Hippopotamuses can like sleep underwater.
Dude,
and they
can
nod
swim.
when and they're
yeah.
fast.
And they're mean.
Yeah,
If
and I
you
already
take
have
them
I already have the size, like
Yeah, that's-
so I could if I could just sleep underwater, I think it'd be good.
See, I'm thinking
But-
more baby seal. Yeah, just put me in a wetsuit and hope that I don't get eaten by a shark.
I do want to give a shout out to one person who asked me one of the most open-ended questions, like this, Angie Schmidt from GSG.
Yeah.
She's our rep from GSG.
Okay.
Which, not to plug GSG, they're phenomenal, but anyway, Angie is very straightforward and asks some open-ended questions that make you. I decided to answer one time that was just kind of, and I think I've been judged for it ever since.
No.
So I'm going to share that question.
Okay.
Since it's an awkward one. She goes, tell us something weird about yourself.
Okay. Sure.
Seems innocent.
Yeah. Seems,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I revealed that I like the smell of skunks.
Oh.
Yeah, it's odd.
Yeah,
no,
well,
it's odd. I was
yeah,
sprayed as a
well-
child, and that's the thing. I don't think people stopped laughing for 30 minutes. And then they realize, what is wrong with you? Right.
I just think that you're actually just from the South. Alabama probably.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't have any sisters or cousins, so I don't know if I'd fit in there.
Well,
Yeah.
you would just have wives.
Oh, my Mormon.
Wait, huh? And you're your own grandpa. at the
Oh,
same time.
geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Well, this has really been fun. I do appreciate it.
Oh, no,
and
it's been a blast. I'm thankful for thankful for you coming on. I really. really
no, my pleasure. And if there's ever anything else I can do or connect you with another guest, I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be fun. Definitely do that. If people want to be on this, you can email us right at sales@Core Visual Group. That's with a K, K-O-R, corevisualgroup.com. Be glad to get you on here and have a fun discussion. Have a little bit of fun, learn a little bit about you, where your company's going, what you see the industry's doing. Because together we can map this thing. It is chaotic right now in the world. And I think the more that we have these kind of discussions and just kind of understand each other, the better that we can be a team and
Yep.
a family. I mean, I really see the sign industry as a family.
Definitely.
Dysfunctional as freak, but a family.
Oh, 100% dysfunctional. Yeah,
This is
yeah,
my
we don't
second
wanna-
favorite dysfunctional. Just saying.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
All right, until next time, sign on.